Welcome all signs. This is a collective message. I'm Regina from Pacific Tarot. Thank you for being here. I have pulled a couple of oracle cards and I have laid out a few raven cards to get us started. And I will clarify with the African Tarot and finish up with a crystal oracle. From the Soul's Journey Oracle, I pulled the Health card. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. And as I started this reading, I was wanting to ask a question and really couldn't formulate one and ask the ancestors to show me what the collective needed to know. And this is strongly resonating. This came out many times, has come out many times, despite my reshuffling because it had been out so often. But this is resonating very strongly for me with Uranus, the planet of revolution, of evolution, of heightened intuition, in moving direct in the sign of Taurus, where it's been for a while. And for some of you, I've spoken about this often, but I believe it is such an important component to the healing journey, one that many of us are progressing through at this current moment. And I believe that the planet as a whole is going through a similar healing process. And what that particular placement is resonating is around of the way we embody our wisdom, the way we take into our daily rituals, habits, and behaviors, the words we use in a way that is consistent what we are learning from our past. This is after a long and very strong dive into the unconscious, the collective unconscious for sure, but our own subconscious energies, that 9/10 of the iceberg of consciousness that really does control so much of our activity without our being aware of it. And so it is gaining that awareness of this mysterious, unknown, considerable part of our psyche that is revealing to us new ways to approach and our goals, new ways to open up to healthy relationships. And I do feel that that is much of the overall theme we're looking at. I also pulled an Egyptian sacred animal, and I will read Ba, number 32, which reduces to the number 5, which is the Hierophant card. So I'm switching hands, I don't know why, in order to show you the card and read from the guidebook. The key words are spirituality and connection. According to ancient Egyptian religion, the Ba bird with a human head represents the soul of the deceased, one of the 5 components of the human being. It is able to move between the world of the living and the world of the dead, ensuring communication between the deceased and their loved ones. If this card has appeared, it may represent a message or sign related to spirituality and the soul. It may invite you to reflect on your inner life, your emotions, and your deep connections with others, suggesting that you pay attention to memories or influences from the past that are emerging now. If you have a difficult decision to make, consider past experiences to guide you, or the need to explore repressed feelings or memories. So I do think that this may be reaching some kind of critical mass in the collective energy. It certainly advises one to rely upon the resources that are at hand. For some of those, it is a friend. For some of those, it is a therapist. And for most of us, it is probably some kind of practice, routine practice, spiritual practice, meditation, journaling, working with dream symbolism and imagery, communications in our meditations that we are actively inviting as if we are in dialogue with our guides, whoever and however they exist for you. Underneath the African Tarot, the Sun card is further helping to clarify what is meant by well-being, by health. And the Sun card speaks specifically to the liberation of your inner consciousness, your higher consciousness, the ability to explore, enjoy the abundance of the universe, to understand that you are a child of the universe, that whatever you need can be cultivated and encouraged through the power of the sun. This is the power of the heart. This is where we are now learning that the brain is actually connected to the heart and may in fact be the brain of the body. So the sun is really about reconnecting, strengthening, liberating that bond between the heart and the world, really recognizing the wisdom that is contained within our experiences and desire for love. So I'm going to turn over the present card, the Two of Wands, and this is describing a kind of plan that is emerging as a result of the really deep work that you've been doing. You're aware, you're becoming increasingly aware of the dimensions of your strength, your gift, your talents, and you are naturally looking for new ways to implement them, not only within yourself, but within your community, your world, your family, your social circle, through your work. You're looking for new ways to explore and discover aspects of the world, your powers, and how they can be implemented in new ways. In the past, the Queen of Pentacles describes you're already adept, productive processes. So you're already well embedded into your natural world, whether that is your home, your community, an organization where you work, a business that you have, the community that you live amongst. This is being at the center of making sure that you hold responsibility for the care, the quality of work that is done. You are absolutely empowered not only to work in a way that is in attunement with natural cycles and the needs of others, but you are also able and willing to receive the rewards and the recognition that you've earned. So this has been apparently part of your healing journey, learning to receive. And this for many and has little to do with class or with your actual resources, but the ability to allow yourself to receive, from compliments to recognition to resources and rewards. This may be a lesson that you have and are learning, that your talent, your productivity is worthy of acknowledgement and celebration, truly. In the future, the Nine of Cups really does speak about what I'm understanding is a process many of you have begun to that has emerged. It's not something you have to establish, because this more represents your psychic, emotional, intuitive nature and capacity. And so this is encompassing your relationships, the culture that you create and cultivate in your world. This is about meeting every opportunity with a full heart, meeting every situation fully, honestly, directly, recognizing that in every opportunity, in every challenge, there is an opportunity for growth and for wisdom. And so when emotions arise, often unexpectedly or are triggered, you have a healthy process of taking account, of taking ownership of your response and working through that to understand where that comes from, why it exists. It's not to deny it, repress it, or push it away, or ignore it, certainly, but it is to work with it in a way that leads you to some insight. And it's a kind of cleansing process that you are recognizing that you can actively engage in an ongoing way. So this is almost like a set of tools to address the way that you meet opportunity or challenges, particularly when fears arise. And they are natural, they are normal, they exist for a reason, but you're now utilizing those prompts to get clear about what you really want and what you're really asking for. Are you hiding your intentions? Are you declaring what it is you want? Are you asking for it? And it is the process that you are engaging that is giving you this really holistic sense of satisfaction and contentment, really feeling deeply and thoroughly engaged in every situation, circumstance, or opportunity that you encounter. So the Nine of Cups, typically a wish fulfillment, is as much about recognizing that what approaches you is some form of a wish, some form of something you've asked for, or something that the divine recognizes you need. I'm going to clarify the past Queen of Wands with that looks like the Six of Wands, and with the Seven of Wands and the Knight of Wands. This incredible productive approach that you have to your world, to working with others, to getting things done, which is for me so much of what the Queen of Pentacles is about, getting stuff done. You are taking more of a leadership approach in terms of the way you want to manifest something, manifest abundance, undoubtedly, but what that abundance is about, you feel some particular inspiration, and it feels like you're engaging more and more of your creativity, distinguishing yourself from the crowd. The Seven of Wands here indicates that you are learning to say no. And this is part of the empowerment that you are experiencing. You don't have to prove or justify your power, your centrality to an organization or an effort by saying yes to everything. That pattern of overgiving is one that you are learning to manage in a healthier way. And part of that is by recognizing that every request for assistance or expectation that you will assist is a distraction from your true creative power. This feels as though a creative gift is emerging in your current environment or a recently past environment in which your real strength, not just the ability to get things done or get folks in motion or manage a project, but some aspect of your wish, your desire, your inspiration is manifesting, and it's manifesting as creative. So you're creating sacred space with respect to your obligations and the centrality of your position in an already well-oiled machine. But that isn't enough for you anymore. You see the opportunity to build on, focus on your gift, the reason you're here, in order to build that, to grow that to the same level that you have supported the success of others. In the present, the Two of Wands is clarified by the Four of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. Here you absolutely, wow, the energy that is coming through is one of being in support and inspiring others to build a solid and practical foundation, but one that promotes growth. You're not asking anybody to stay in the same place that they've been for a while, doing the same tasks they've been doing for a while, any more than you are willing to do that yourself. And that is clarifying the changes that are happening, that have been happening in your past. Yes, you can do a lot of things well. You have supported the success of a lot of other people. However, you're no longer satisfied with that. You understand that building something with others represents now a foundation for growth. You want to encourage yourself and others as you are now experiencing building something independent, building something that encourages you to expand, to discover more, to grow in a way that allows you greater exposure to the world. And this is by acknowledging and celebrating opportunities for growth, the achievement of learning or growth or community building. But this is a communal aspect of your personal talent, your personal gift that is interfaces with your mission. So your mission is not simply to be an independent silo. This is something that you are aware is important to your integrity. It is important for you to know yourself, to manage your own resources in a way that gives you the knowledge and the confidence that you can choose what's best for you. But that intersects, crosses over to the desire and the willingness, the expertise truly to build in community with others for the same purpose. Growing, having the choice to choose your investments and opportunities is part of what that celebration is about. And in the future, the Nine of Cups is clarified. Ooh. I'll take the Queen of Cups. It didn't feel quite. And the Seven of Cups. Interesting. So the green morphs to blue with a little red in there. The Nine of Cups is reinforced by the Queen of Cups. Your process of managing your emotional and, in some cases, spiritual life or well-being is focused by the Queen of Cups, who is very clear about the need to heal self, respect self, honor self first. This is the adage, the truism about cup being filled first, putting on your air oxygen mask first. Being able to help others is directly related to your sense of wholeness and completeness. And in the absence of that, we are often unwittingly projecting our needs onto others that we are presuming to help. So this feels like a very clear message that physician, heal thyself, or anyone else. And I think this is important because as you do so, your wisdom, the care, the attention, the protection you provide for others, the sounding board, the ability to listen is really opening up unexpected opportunities when you have positioned this phenomenal talent, this intuition, this nurturance, this mother love for others in a way that is healthy, that is not smothering or controlling. In fact, many opportunities become available, and it feels as though the opportunities you choose are for the right reasons. You're choosing your own essential growth, your own well being, your own success, understanding that that is what gives you the authority to support the success of others. I'm going to finish off this reading with a crystal oracle. Those are all face side down, but since malachite is on top, I'm going to take it. And it doesn't hurt that I absolutely love this stone. The key word is healing. I'm a healing machine, manifesting miracles. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I appreciate all the support that you give me and truly appreciate being present for you in this way. Until next time, namaste.